Hello and welcome back to another video from 55 degrees north and to episode 28 of your fortnightly Newcastle upon Tyne construction and restoration update video, your go-to source for everything happening across the city skyline. Today we're checking in on all the usual suspects from Pottery Lane to Pilgrim Place and beyond. But that's not all. I've got some important news about the Tyne Bridge restoration you won't want to miss. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So starting again this week at the former General Hospital site on the West Road, where the exciting transformation into the new Health and Innovation neighbourhood is well underway. Starting at the front of the site, things look fairly similar to our last update about 2 weeks ago. Most of the initial groundwork appears to be complete. This suggests we're on the verge of seeing the next stage of the construction begin soon, possibly foundation work or infrastructure installation. Flying over the old main hospital block, work is still focused on the interior. Crews are continuing to remove fixtures, fittings and internal materials, everything from ceiling panels to wiring and plumbing. Meanwhile, at the rear of the site, we're seeing a different type of action. Demolition waste from the previously flattened buildings is being processed on site. Huge piles of bricks and concrete are being crushed down. Further back, right in the area where a large block stood just a few weeks ago, ground clearance is now underway. This usually involves removing any remaining debris, levelling the land and prepping it for surveys of future builds. On the far side of the site, you'll notice material sorting still ongoing. Workers are separating different types of rubble, metals and plastics. And finally, over in the corner, demolition has begun of some of the smaller blocks that were still standing last time. Around at the site are the new students' village at Castle Leazes. And as you can see, a lot has happened since our last visit just 2 weeks ago. Ground preparation is still very much underway, with large rollers out, flattening the surface, getting everything level for the next stages of the development. Just like we saw at the old General Hospital site, the team are here busy crushing the leftover bricks and concrete from the recent demolition. It's a constant effort to clear the area and recycle as much material as possible. Further across the site, an excavator is hard at work breaking up the pieces of metal embedded in the concrete. This metal will be sorted and taken away for recycling, part of the site's push for sustainable construction. On the far side of the site, test holes are still being drilled. They are crucial for assessing the ground before foundation work begins on the new village buildings. And there's still quite a bit of debris, bricks and concrete waiting to be crushed, so the groundwork continues at pace. Down at Strawberry Place by the metro station, and well, it's another update, or maybe should I say, another lack of one. It has now been another 2 weeks. That's right, 2 full weeks without any visible work taking place at all here at the station. Round the corner, on Leazes Park Road, at the new student accommodation development. Looking across the entire site, you can clearly see the lower floors starting to take shape, with construction now steadily making its way up the central core lift shafts. The building's framework is really starting to emerge. At the front of the site, there's been some notable work on the old building. A large steel girder has been fitted across part of the structure. At this stage, it is not entirely clear whether this is a permanent feature or a temporary support to help stabilise the existing building. It is currently connected to one of the old steel beams running through the structure, so it'll be interesting to see how this develops. Moving to the back of the site, the retaining wall is now fully complete, providing essential structural support along the boundary. In addition, some of the steel reinforcement here is now fully encased and prepped, ready for the next stage of work, which will involve pouring concrete. Moving on to the new students' accommodation on St James's Boulevard. Work on the back of the site is just about wrapped up. There's only a bit of brickwork left to complete. You'll also notice a new safety rail has been installed right around the top of the building, giving it a much more finished look. Out at the front, they're busy adding the final touches. The team is currently drilling and breaking up some old concrete, preparing the area for brand new pavement to go in very soon. And if we move a little further up the site, you can see a great improvement since the last video. The trees have now been planted along the pavement, and the plant pots have been filled with soil, ready for some greenery to be added. You might remember a while back I mentioned plans for a new hotel right here on the boulevard. Quite a few of you have been asking, what's happening with it? Has construction started yet? Well, as you can see, no work has started just yet. The site is still the same as it was the last time we checked in, but the plans are still in place. The hotel is expected to feature 198 rooms, along with function spaces and conference rooms. We're now down at Pottery Lane to take another look at the progress on the new apartment blocks going up on this site. We're starting with a view high up on the Redcliffe Bridge, and from up here you really get a good sense of how far things have come. Looking across the site, you can see a lot more windows have now been fitted along the side of the main building. They're currently protected by blue plastic sheeting to keep them safe during construction. Scaffolding now covers almost the entire front of Block 1, and you can see the scaffolding is also starting to go up on Block 2 across the far side of the site. Now, let's head down to Pottery Lane itself and take a closer look from ground level. Along the front of Building 1, you can see even more window frames have been installed. They're just waiting for the glass to go in. Over the far side of the site, work is progressing well on Block 2. You can spot new sections of cladding being fitted at the bottom of the front of the building. Moving up to the Pilgrim Place development here at Carlisle Square. Looking across the site, you can see quite a bit of work has been done since our last update. Over towards the back of the site, more sections of the retaining wall have now been completed, and to the structural stability of the project. And you can also spot more steel reinforcement that's been installed throughout the site at the first core lift shaft to be built. There's some exciting new progress. Steel brackets have now been fitted in place. These brackets will support the steel girders that are scheduled to be attached in the near future, a key step in the forming the building's framework. Over at the third core lift shaft, work is nearly complete. The final level of this shaft is now very close to being finished, another milestone for the team on this site. And looking at the lower floors around the first two core lift shafts, you can really start to see the structure taking shape. The development is beginning to show its scale and the form of these floors progress. Moving on to the new HMRC building on the corner of Market Street and John Jobson Street. Work on the corner section, where all the glass, cladding and panels are being installed, is progressing really well. In fact, it's not far off being completed, with just a small section at the bottom still to be finished off. Around on John Jobson Street itself, the gap that remained in the side of the building is almost completely filled. There are just a few bits left to finish on the bottom two floors. Further up, the stairs are really starting to take shape now, another sign that things are moving along at a great pace. Now up at the North East Space Skills and Technology Centre here at Ellison Place, and as you'll see, there's been a lot of progress on site. Around this side of the site, most of the steel framework is now in place. You can clearly see the cross beams being fitted. It really gives a sense of the building scale and structure now. If you look closely, you'll notice that the steel sheets is laid out across the floors over here, giving us a first glimpse of how the internal spaces will take shape. Meanwhile, over the other side, there's plenty of activity. The team is hard at work installing the steel sheets across the floors. Some sections are already complete, while others still have a way to go. Now on to the news about the Tyne Bridge I mentioned at the beginning of the video. At long last, it's official. The government has finally stumped up the extra cash needed to complete the restoration of one of the North East's most iconic landmarks. After months of uncertainty, and with $6 million still needed to finish the job properly, there were real concerns about whether the full vision for the restoration would be realised. But just in the past week, we got the news everyone's been waiting for. The government will provide the crucial funding to see the project through. The Tyne Bridge has stood proudly over the River Tyne since 1928, but time has taken its toll and the bridge has needed a major restoration to bring it back to its former glory. Now with the final injection of cash, the full restoration can go ahead as planned, with every detail of the project aiming to honour its original design while ensuring it's ready for the next century. Now for a quick roundup of some of the projects currently happening around the city. Let's take a look. We'll start at Northumberland Street, where the pavement improvement works are well underway. As you can see, the work is progressing right down the centre of the street and is moving ahead at great pace. Staying on Northumberland Street, work on the new Lloyds Bank branch is also ongoing. You can now spot a wooden paddle fitted into the glass frontage. I imagine this is where the new cash machine will be installed. The new branch is expected to open in the summer, and interestingly, there's also a bowling alley in the basement. Moving around to Granger Street, progress continues on the new Newcastle Building Society branch. This one is aiming for a summer opening, so not too long now. And finally, at the bottom of Pilgrim Street, work on the new cycle lane is still ongoing. There's more paving being installed and new curbstones are going in. Another great addition to the city's cycling infrastructure, if anybody ever uses this one. So just before I wrap up this week's video, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all the building and restoration happening in the city right now. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a massive thumbs up, it really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you'll be notified when I release more videos. A huge thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support. See you next time on 55 Degrees North.